Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of Cross-Cultural Intelligence. Now give it up for your host, J.C. Harris II.
Oh, stop it. You're too kind. Stop it. No. Keep going. I deserve it. You love me. Viewers, welcome again to this week's episode of CCQ, where we are working hard every week to share information with you on countries that you likely know very little about, unless you're Dr. Rome. I am your host, J.C. Harris, and this week we will be learning about the country of India.
I love India!
Let's take a moment to review our topics for discussion. Demographics, geography, somewhat interesting things, and the not as interesting but important for the grade things. Giving us briefings on all of these subjects, we have a team of news reporters, all of whom also go by the name of JC. Let's see how this goes. Starting with JC on geography. Tell us, what does India look like and where is it located?
Hi, my name is JC, and JC asked me to share what India looked like and where India is located. India looks like this. And India is located here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, JC, for that very descriptive geographical insight on the country of India. For those of you who did not catch it, India is located in southern Asia and is just southwest of China, which we covered last week, along with the question regarding Panda Express's lack of pandas. Next, let's move on to demographics. Take it away, JC.
Thank you, JC, and might I say, you are looking fantastic as usual.
Oh, stop it. No, keep going. We have time. Keep going.
All right, what better day than today to talk about India today? First, we have India's form of government. They tend to fall under a parliamentary system, where the president is the head of state and the prime minister runs the federal government. 81% of this country's population subscribes to the Hindu faith, 13% are Muslim, and the last 6% go to Christians, Buddhists, Sikhs, and other. India is a country with a 1% annual population growth rate, with women usually popping out at least 2 children per lifetime. This concludes my segment on demographics. Back to you, JC.
A truly excellently done report on the wonderful South Asian country. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going with JC on somewhat interesting things. Take it away.
Hello? We're live. We're live.
We're on.
Yes, we are.
Why didn't you say something?
Yo, what's up, family? I'm here to tell you guys about the cooler things that pertain to the Indian culture. First, let's start off easy by taking a quick look at one of India's biggest historic landmarks, the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is an immense mausoleum of white marble built in Agra between 1631 and 1648 by order of the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his favorite wife. The Taj Mahal is the jewel of Muslim art in India and one of the universally admired masterpieces of the world's heritage. Men, when you want to prove to your wife that you love her, try building her a massive, globally renowned, and well-respected architectural structure. Trust us, we're sure that'll impress her. Next, let's learn how to speak the dialect. Every state in India all have their own dialect. For this week's episode, we decided to go with the Malayalam dialect. Hello in Malayalam is Namaste, or I prefer What's up, Machan? Machan means bro or dude in Malayalam. To say thank you, you would say nani. And to say awesome is adipoli. Finally, we get to what really matters in the Indian culture. The food. I'm talking butter chicken curry, tikka masala curry, fish curry, and of course, the most delicious naan bread. Nothing can touch naan bread. With that being said, I'll turn it back over to you guys as hosts. JC, hope I didn't get you too hungry over there.
Hungry? Who's hungry? I'm not hungry. Anyway, let's get this episode over with and let JC tell us about the information nobody really cares about or looks into unless they're taking some type of cross-cultural leadership class.
Thank you, JC. Viewers, I am here to share with you the things about India that may not be seen as interesting as naan bread or historic landmarks, but will definitely serve you well in some way, shape, or another. First, let us look at our studies from Hofstede Insight's scoring chart. As you can see, India is a country quite accepting of the idea and concept of power distancing. They tend to have a higher appreciation for hierarchy than most countries. From birth, Indian citizens' power is determined. An example of this is strongly represented by their caste system, which divides India into 5 groups, with each having a higher status than the one below. In terms of collectivism, India has a high preference for belonging to a larger social network, like a government or a church, or mainly their family. Their individualism is mostly enacted in their views of living a good life in hopes of being reincarnated into something or someone valuable in their next life. India is considered more of a masculine country. The Indian culture values assertiveness, competitiveness, and ambition. They have somewhat of a medium-low preference for avoiding uncertainty. Traditionally, India is a very patient country where tolerance for the unexpected is high. For them, nothing has to be perfect and nothing has to go exactly as planned. Their subscription to being long-term oriented or short-term oriented usually depends on the individual. In India, there is an acceptance that there are many truths, and the truth that is found often depends on the seeker. And lastly, they are definitely more of a culture of restraint. They're not particularly a fan of immersive experiences and prefer limits on their self-gratification. An example of this would be if they see and hear an ice cream truck coming down their neighborhood. They would likely ignore it because they would say, I should save my money, or I shouldn't do that to my teeth, or whatever reason, just for the sake of restricting, controlling the extent of their self-gratification. Then we have our Globe Project Model Chart, which, as you can see, gives us a more in-depth look into the cultural practices and values represented in the country of India. Did you want me to go a little deeper in this chart too, or have I already lost you? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? This happens every week. I sit here, I put in all this work, and you guys sleep. You know what? That's it. I quit. I quit. I can't do this. I can't.
I have just been informed that one of our JCs has quit. I repeat, one of our JCs have quit. And my honest feedback is good riddance. Folks, on behalf of the entire CCQ team, we want to thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of Cross-Cultural Intelligence starring India. Seriously, thank you for watching. Our viewership has been plummeting down since we started. I'm honestly shocked that we still all have jobs. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully. Please. Help us.